Any questions?
So are the majority of people using this as mail? Are they mail order businesses?
No, they're bricks and mortar. So you have to.
No, but I mean they're selling products which can go in the post. Because I don't really, my main products, being flowers, being a fresh product, need to be with the person really on the day they call them. So
we have 2 florists on the website, and they both deliver through the website. So we have a contract with a company called UK Mail, which delivers flowers for Next, and they will pick up fresh flowers from your door and deliver them the next day. And I think it's good enough for Next. It'll be fine for us. So yes, the other option is you can just do it for click and collect, so they can come to you to pick up. Any other questions?
All of this e-commerce is reliant upon the postal system. Nobody's getting anything without it going through the post. The post office has just hiked the postal rates to include the volume and size of the parcel, not just the weight of it, making smaller items really, really expensive to post. Have they done that because of the enormous online businesses that are being generated? Because I think that could really put the kibosh on a lot of smaller products that a lot of our shops are selling. We just want to post a little thing, you know, it might cost under £10, and all of a sudden the postage for that item is now £5. It's going to really, really affect our business. And we want to be able to post stuff out. We want to be able to get the customers to get the postal system. And this system you're talking about now really it's being damaged by the.
Well, it works. Yeah, I mean, this works on 2 levels. So we work on, first of all, click and collect. So customers can come to you to pick up, and they can find you. So there's just that, promoting the town and what it has. There's that small aspect. Postage is a huge problem, and I won't tell you that it's not. The less regulation that the government puts on the post office, the more expensive postage is going to be. And I believe they're adding VAT now to a lot of deliveries as well. However, we found another company called Buybox, which will do next day deliveries for less than £3. And it's not all based on volume. I was at a conference a few weeks ago on logistics, just on delivery and the problems with delivery. And one of the biggest companies, I did a speech about the problems we're having on delivery, and the fact that we're a cooperative of small independent retailers who can't possibly give UPS 50 parcels a day to get the good rates. So how do we deal with that? And there was a bloke in the audience from eBay, one of the biggest websites in the country, tons of money they make. They have exactly the same problem because they deal with a lot of small independent resellers. So we're testing things. We're trying to find out if there's different ways of doing deliveries. This company called Buybox, which puts lockers into towns. So the it works because there are customers using it. There's 800 lockers around the UK. You take something to a locker, you stick it in a locker, they come and pick it up, take it to another locker, and the customer picks it up from there. And it's less than £3 to do that next day. Now, is a customer going to bother doing that? Well, they are, because their business is based on that and it's working. UPS are now doing a similar thing. You can do Collect Plus, which is another system. So there's lots of things that we're investigating, so we don't have to rely on Royal Mail. But postage is a huge problem, and it's. I don't think it will stop the internet from growing, because it's too big an industry for it to stop, and it's growing too big for it to change. Amazon would, Amazon's based on delivering next day deliveries and things like that. So you have to find out what best suits your business for it to work for you. If posting things out doesn't work for you, you don't have to post things out. But if you want to try posting things out, you can put a few things on and put $7.95 postage. I sold, actually no, it wasn't me, it was a deli. He sold a box of chocolates for $9.95 and the customer paid $7.95 delivery.
That is the exception.
No, but the point is,
we're looking at volume.
No, but my point is, that if there's a customer that's willing to pay it, as a retailer, my job is just to service them, to give them the product they want at the price that they're willing to pay. If I can, and we're working on trying to reduce postage rates, if I can reduce it to £3 and offer the customer postage at £3, then by all means it's better for the customer. If I can offer the customer free postage and make less money for me, I've sent things out to the Lake District. Now, I would never have had that sale if I didn't have my product on the website. So a good analogy is that I was explaining to Barry earlier, I sell, sorry, what's the game? I can't remember now. Scrabble. Okay. And I make 12% on Scrabble. Okay, so there's no money in it. Out of that 12%, I have to pay VAT, carrier bags, members of staff, all these things from the 12%. But I choose to sell that with that very small margin, because if the customer doesn't buy it from me, they go across the road to WX Smith and buy it from there. So the fact that I only make £2.35 or whatever it is, less than that actually, on the Scrabble, it's not a real decent profit, but at least they don't go there and they come to me. And their experience with buying something from me would be hopefully so good that they'll come back next time when they want to spend more money and buy something else, be it online or from the shop. So I think you have to take the whole service. It's a service for a customer that can't get to you. If you have a customer that lives in London during the week or 3 months of the year, and they want to buy something from you particular, being online enables them to do that. It enables them to pick up the phone and ring you and say, could you do this for us? If they don't have your details already, of course. So it's just servicing the way that people are shopping. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But it certainly is a big issue, and it's something that we're going to look at as a town. It's a better service at a lower price.
Well, I mean, the only positive to be taken from it, it's not just attacking your business. We're all in the same boat. So if we're selling Scrabble online and it's got to be posted and it's got to cost £10 to post, then it's going to be £10 for Amazon, eBay and everybody to post.
Yeah, I mean the difference is Amazon send out a truck every 2 minutes 35 seconds full of stuff. So unfortunately the big delivery firms all they want is 10 Amazons. They don't want to deal with us at all. But there aren't many Amazons, there's only one. So they have to come to us to look for business. We have to prove to them that we can deliver enough sales to make it worth their while. So I spend my time negotiating with the UPSs, UK Mail, PDP, Interlink, Royal Mail, try and get them to give us a contract that will allow us to do deliveries at less than £5. Target is £3.50. So if I can get one of these companies to say, great, we'll give you 6 months doing deliveries at £3.50 next day, then at least we'll have a fair chance to compete. Whereas if they say, look, no way, we're only going to charge you £7.95 or £8.50, then it's not a fair playing field. However, the other people like Buybox who do these lockers do give us deliveries at less than £3. So it does make your delivery slightly more competitive, be it a bit inconvenient for the customer. But it's the customer who chooses. The thing to remember is the customer who chooses how they want things delivered, not you.
So with Collect Plus, they were, I think it's for £3.50. They'll take it from your town to another town, and they'll leave it in a local shop to pick it up. I think for the next 50p, they'll actually take it to the house.
Okay.
So that's the sort of thing I think we're going to look at. So if we can find somewhere in Crowell that will act as a central hub, then we can work on that.
But the press love love this. The fact is, we're sitting around the table in a funny way to try and work out better ways to improve our businesses. But effectively, we're sitting with 172 other retailers now doing the same thing, trying to work out the best way. So if we get a good contract with whoever, that benefits everybody. Press love it, the radios love it, and this is all extra publicity that you wouldn't have otherwise had. You don't have to pay for it unless you make a sale. And you know, how many people have given customers discounts that have walked in and said, "Could I have 10% off?" How many have reduced stuff to half price because you can't sell it? And we're not talking about taking over your business. I was in Scotland last week and I spoke to some retailers, and one of them said to me, "You know, if I start making sales, I'll have to come off." Because she didn't want to pay the commission, but she wanted she wanted the benefit for her town. It was Cooper in Fife, so about an hour north of Edinburgh. So she wanted the benefit for her town and wanted the publicity for the town, wanted people to find the shops in the town, to give an idea of what the town does and what the town has to offer. Through its retailers, she has to be on the website. It's a great shop, but she didn't want to make any sales. It's fine. So, and hopefully she doesn't make any sales. But then she might not. So, you know, we're still very young. It's only 6-7 months. So.
Well, you can also pick and choose what items you put on.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you don't want to sell your item that's your loss leader, then you put the item that's your highest profit one.
You don't want to be putting Scrabble on there.
Well, I don't.
12% and you charge it 14.
I don't put Scrabble on there. I don't. You know, I put Lego on there, and Lego is 25%. So if I sell one extra box of Lego and I make 10% on it, so be it. It's a happy customer that hopefully they'll buy more when it's Christmas. And I'd rather buy it from you than Amazon.
So you were saying about this lady who doesn't want to go on, but she wants to go on and everything like that. Who's actually watching the whole operation?
We do. We have an office in Wales in the attic of my tour shop, which was one of our stock rooms. And there's a few of us, 5 of us in the office. And there's Barry's obviously running Chroma with Marcus. But we have an account manager for Chroma in the office, and her name's Kirsten, who's hiding in one of these pictures. Here, this is her. So Kirsten's a qualified photographer. She takes pictures for weddings, she takes pictures of products, and she has been out to loads of shops. If need be, she'll come and spend 2 days in Chroma and take pictures for everybody. We can arrange that. But she manages this account and I say this account, it's a too big a word, but she manages Chroma shopkeepers from the office. If you have a query and you can't get a hold of Barry, you can ring Kirsten. You can ring her anyway, or you can ring myself. So that's who manages it, and we can do lots from the office. We've managed to source photographs. We've dealt with loads of problems. There's all sorts of problems. We do. So.
Yeah, I can vouch for the fact that Kirsten is helpful. So I've spoken to her a few times myself.
He's just saying that he can vouch for Kirsten being very helpful. And you can use your mobile phone. We have shopkeepers who, I have one particular shop who has only ever used a phone. They've used an iPhone, and they've never used a PC to manage their site. They make loads of sales on there. Their photographs are terrible. I mean, they're really crap. And we've tried to kind of educate them on, well, Kirsten does anyway, on how to take better photographs. They didn't want to source their photographs from the internet, go to Amazon. But they insisted on black background and taking these pictures of these products, a bit shaky, but she makes sales. And the reason she does is because she's taken ownership of it. She's used it as her website. It's what she tells her customers where she is, and she makes sales. And she charges £3.50 I think for postage. But it's all been done from a mobile phone, never once from a laptop or a PC.
You could, I've just thought, you could just charge a bit for postage. So you could take up the slack rather than passing the whole postage on to the customer, which is the way we've always thought about doing it. it costs £5 for postage to pay.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you could make a discount on.
So from time to time we run a promotion as well where we do free delivery, and I think we're having one start this Friday, where we as a business will reimburse the shopkeepers the postage. In an ideal world, you want every shopkeeper to have free delivery, so you cover your cost by maybe putting up your product price, because that's what customers want. Or you reduce the cost of postage and you absorb some of that cost. Or you do click and collect, although I wouldn't advise click and collect personally. I think it's best to post things out. Or you just suck it and see. Put postage up at £5, £7 and see what happens.
How are people, unless someone said, oh, I've found this thing called MyHire, you must have a look. How are they going to find MyHire?
So there's two ways. We give everybody a pointers out, so we give you postcards, so you tell your customers that this is where I am, local press, and then we do we try and do a lot on Facebook, Twitter, the blog, and we try and get these things to grow, and they take time to grow. But all our conversations with the local press generally helps. And obviously we try and increase our positions in Google. So if you search for Toys in Wales, we come up at the top.
Your own personal website or your link to MyHire, or is that just one of the same?
There will be myhire.st/Wales/Junior Toys. Or if you search for a particular product, hopefully that product comes up on the first page. Now I know Marcus told me when I did the same search you did, and his product came up as number 6 on the MyHire page for MyHire link, and I know he's got his own website.
Yeah, we generally, if you search for a particular product, sometimes MyHire will be higher than our own website, and sometimes our own website will be higher. So it's
a mixture.
Not being rude now, okay, Marcus has got MyHire and he's got his own website. Okay, the person rings up or sends him an email. He sells up his own website.
Yeah, I would do the same. Of course.
Oh right.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, we're on your. Say we would be on your MyHire.
Yeah.
You
so
lose your commission.
Well, yes. So for MyHire as a business to succeed, I need you all to only make sales through the website. However, that's not what it's about. Right. If I have a customer ringing me up saying I need to buy this and I know it's on the website, I tell them, great, I'll take your money over the phone. I'll do it over the phone. I don't send them to the website. This website will work collectively. It works by having lots of people on it. It doesn't work by having 100 or 200. When it becomes, and it will do, bigger, that's when it really will start to be its own, and you'll find it then delivering traffic then. So the benefits in the numbers. Yes.
Does it have anything on it that's not shop related? So in order to get up the rankings, you can't just have a dead, or not dead, but a fairly placid shop front, which may well be generating traffic and may well be operating behind the scenes. But to continue marching up the rankings and to be up there with when anybody looks for Chroma shopping, continue on the front page, you have to keep that momentum going.
Okay, so
Chroma. So you need other things on, on
so
the site.
Chroma will have as a town page. Okay, I just say there's a redevelopment. We're redeveloping the whole site. Okay, the new website, which is out shortly, will give Chroma its own website effectively, with its own shops and its own restaurants. And we do that at the moment, but it's going to do it a lot better. Within that, there's going to be a lot of copy about Chroma and where to find things, what events there are, and all that kind of stuff, apart from the shopping side of it. Now, as you look after your shop and put new products up, or take, just editing it, that is always new content, and that's always movement, and Google loves that. Google loves new content, and they like honest content. So if you're talking about a Playmobil toy, you can't say Playmobil, 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 Playmobil 10 times. Those days are gone. You have to talk about the product honestly, and they love that. So if you're honest about the product, it gets a better listing. And the more you put on, obviously, the better it is. The more you edit it and change it, the better it is. But so far, you know, in the last, because there's nobody else doing what we're doing, if I put in, as soon as Chroma goes live, I put in Chroma. Well, I didn't have to. When I put your teddy bear in, it was only, what, 4 weeks? It's been 3 weeks, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not been
when
long
I first
at all.
noticed
Yeah.
it was actually after about 2 weeks, wasn't it?
So you
And it was higher up than 6th. It
That
was
was-
second. Or
Yeah,
third,
it was
wasn't
second on Google.
So
Yeah. So if you haven't got your own website, then you're going to benefit even more because no one's going to find you at all if you're not on MyHigh.
So the real benefit is if you don't have your own website. You then have the opportunity to test the market, have a go without having to pay any money. But the new content will always help with Google. But however, like Marcus just said, after 2 weeks of being on, he had products right on the first page of Google, and I have. You know, Playmobil coming up on the first page for me against Amazon and eBay and Argos is amazing. So you know, we have not spent as much money as Amazon has getting up to those positions, and that will only get better the more shops there are. And if every shop tells its customers, this is where I am, not us, where you are, giving your address for your products, that will help you, but as a consequence, it helps everybody else. Whether they buy from the site or not is a different thing. So, I think also one of the reasons your products come up quite high is because they're quite unusual. They're very collectible, very unusual. They're not things you find in every shop, so it does help a little bit as well. It doesn't explain the Playmobil, so which is puzzling. You know, I just don't understand it. But it means we're doing something right.
So where would you say, okay, my business is on www.myhigh.street/chroma or something like that?
Yeah, it will be myhigh.st/chroma/ the name of your business.
Oh, right.
However, the new development will be myhigh.st/ then the name of your shop. So Chroma will have its own pages, and you'll have your URL within Chroma, but then you'll have your URL as your own. So mine would be .st/junior toys, or Wells/junior toys.
Is it okay to register a domain name specifically to point at
Yes.
your location on
Yes.
MyHigh?
So I own juniortoys.co.uk, I own 12 Juniors, I own Wells Toys. I've got about 12 URLs that I've bought, and they all point to, as soon as somebody enters them, they go to myhigh.st/junior toys. So on my business cards for the shops and my bags, I have junior toys printed.co.uk, but when a customer enters that in, it takes them to the MyHigh my page of the MyHigh website.
How does that work then? Because obviously there'd be a lot of things on like my website that I have now, got like wedding galleries and things like that, which I don't want people to not see if they're looking,
No,
you know.
so this works if you don't have a website.
Okay.
But what you can do from your own website, if you don't sell on it, is you can link each product. You can say, you know, buy this bunch of flowers, and it just takes them to that product direct, which we have shops doing.
Would you do that as well?
I don't have my own website.
No, but would you do that to help the flow through?
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, ideally, when we there's a surf shop in Street. He spent £2,000 on a website, and every product he's got on there, he's linked it through to MyHigh to act as his shopping basket. So he directs customers to his site, but if they want to buy anything, they go to MyHigh. There's councils in some of the towns that have put links from the council pages. Bristol, for example, what they've done is every business that they've got on their own website, they put a link through to MyHigh. So these are all links that are in, which are all good links. So, and that's what helps with the Google position.
A key factor in getting behind Google is when sites link to you. So any site that points to your site, that helps you in Google.
Good quality ones.
Good quality links. So
Yeah.
the more sites that link to MyHigh, the higher up MyHigh will go.
But it's the thing is, you want your section of MyHigh. You want, when somebody searches for flowers in chroma, we want you to come up with, and you would do, because you know.
I do. I'm the only one. I don't
But it's taking that to Norfolk. You want it to come up high. This is what we do. We pay the agency that built the website, has done work for people like British Airways and BBC, and we pay them to help us with that, to make sure that what is on the website Google likes and Google takes up to the top. So, and that's kind of our part to make sure that you know, it's well received in Google, and that's kind of the overall promotion. That's what we do.
Well, that's where the 14% comes in.
That's what it pays
You
for.
get nothing for free, and you can't.
No.
I mean, you could do this work yourself, but it's onerous, really.
It is. Yeah.
And I'd love to stand here and say that I would give you an extra 30% uplift on your business, but we're only 7 months old, so. Well, no, the thing is, it'd be quite scary. You know, I'd be worried. Yeah. So it's to come.
How do you get on with, say, damages through the post and things like that? You know, you send something in your property parcel and then like, what's the guarantee?
So everything's insured.
Yeah.
I think the only things that are insured are actually flowers and wine. But everything's insured by the delivery firm. We've had 2 incidents when the customer has claimed that they did not receive the item. And in both cases, the shopkeeper refunded the customer and gave them the benefit of the doubt. And we kind of just went along with the shop, and we made the loss. Because we can't have an angry customer. There's nothing worse than an angry customer. It's easy to deliver bad news. So we haven't had a lot of it. So hopefully we do, to be honest, to deal with it, but we haven't. Refunds are easy. A customer sends something back to you, they don't make sure you receive it first, it's in good nick. You log in as an admin system at the back end, you log in and say refund this item. It's a tick box. I get an email saying a refund request, I tick a box and it just happens straight away. The reason that we have to approve it is because there's room for a bit of fraud there. So we have to watch it that shopkeepers also, don't have too many refunds, because it could be that they're claiming they're having refunds when they're not. So, any other questions? So, anyone wants to join? This is your man. It's great. We've got 5 shops up now. We need another 5. The more, the merrier. You've got nothing to lose. Doesn't matter what you do, you've got nothing to lose. If you don't like it, you can come off. You do it for a day, you can do it for a year. You've got nothing to lose. If you've got a couple of hours to upload stuff, that's all you need. If you need help, Byron, he'll help you do it. If you need help from us, we can do it. Like, you can't underestimate the benefit for the town and how much the press are waiting to write about this. Your local press want to write about this. We're asking them not to, because we want to do it properly once the site's live for Chrome.
What we expect is in the next month we'll get the 10 shops, and when we have got 10 shops, we'll then have a launch, which is when we'll involve the press. Then the press will come on and market those shops that are on at the stage. We'll also get the benefit from the marketing. So we expect probably early May time is when we're going to look at the launch.
Did you say you're revamping sites now?
Yeah.
The Well site?
We're revamping the whole of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little cranky. So
What do you expect time frame wise for yourself?
It's probably 6 to 8 weeks going to take. It's taken a little bit longer than we anticipated, but it'll be better when it comes through. It's going to be much easier to use, to browse, and the whole experience will be a lot better.
And would that say, bear in mind, we just said that possibly May's launch, would that
well, we spoke about it. Yeah,
that would be a transition, smooth transition.
Yeah, it would be. We spoke.
It's at the time. If the new interface is a week or two away at launch time, we'll put up our launch.
Yeah.
To actually launch with the new interface.
Yeah.
Well, whatever's on there at the moment will automatically go on to. You won't notice.
No,
Do you run sort of each town on in sort of an independent company in a way? Because okay, we're paying 14% commission. You're ploughing that 14% into that one group, or do you sort of use it to finance the whole?
It's the
shebang?
whole. It's the whole. We have a special relationship with Chroma at the moment, and now we're trialing a different way of working all together. Because of the distance, it's not something I've done anywhere else. Having flown to Scotland or having driven here this morning,
that's quite good.
It's not a drive I'd like to do every week.
Look at the end result.
It's it's worth it, and I think next time I'll bring my kids and wife with me.
Yeah.
So, I've actually wanted to come, and I've got to. I've got to go back tonight, but so because of the distance, we're kind of managing things in a different way, trialing something new, and hopefully it works. So, but I would really just, we've got retailers on there who have got very, very successful websites, taking £50,000-60,000 on their websites, who don't need us at all, but they're on there because of their community, their town, because there's such a big draw to the community. They've gone on there just so they can help everybody else, because a shopkeeper on their own, wherever they may be, is not going to do very well. If you're one shop in the town, nobody's going to come. So collectively, that's where the benefit is. As well as the cafes, the restaurants, the B&Bs, the hotels. I don't know, if there's a centre like this, there's no reason why they can't be on there, because it's all part of the town and the community. Civic centres, we've got civic centres on there, castles, all sorts. Yeah.
Okay, so those of you that haven't got my card, I can give it to you if you want to contact me. Otherwise, I'll be coming around in the next few days to see you all. Any feedback, questions, and if you need help to get online, if you want to, then I'm here to help you. Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Marcus,
And thanks for coming.
Yeah, and if anyone needs any help or needs to know about my experiences on it, then just ask and I'll do everything I can to help anyone.
So Marcus has been great testing for us, because he has discovered many problems that we didn't realise we had.
And I also say Marcus has made a sale of it as well.
Yeah.
So he's helped us improve it. So it's been great. He's been great testing, and in fact at the moment we have an email from Marcus sitting with our developers for them to send him an answer for. So he's great if he's willing to help, which of course he is.
That's the one wasn't
wanna
going to send you, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't want to send it.
One last question.
Yes.
Customers coming onto My High Street, do they get an account
So you can do. You have an option to open an account
with the High Street?
With the High Street, and if you do open an account, every time you buy anything, you're given the high points.
Yeah.
And we remind them this at the end anyway. If they have an account, they can get high points. Anytime somebody buys something, they go into, within your admin system, you have a mailing list area, and they fall into there. You can obviously use them how you wish. So we don't give you other shoppers customers, other shops customers.
Just your own ID,
only your own.
So you can keep track of repeat sales, etc.
Yeah. And you know, although it's not perfect at the moment, we're trying to get a system going where we can share with you the information about who's visiting the site, what they're looking at, and how they found it. It's not perfect at the moment, and we've got to improve it, because that's obviously very useful as well.
So what can they do with those points?
They spend it. They get every every pound is worth a point. So it's like cash back. You buy something, you just get money off at the end, which we pay for. So it doesn't come off your commission.
They can basically spend those points on the site.
They spend it on the site. So if somebody's got enough points because they want to buy a very expensive teddy bear, at the end of the year they might have enough to just pay for that without having to dish out any money. But we pay for it. It's like a Christmas club.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I do Christmas club in the toy shop. It's great.
Do you have a situation where someone from, say, Scotland comes to you, Wales, and buys something in 3 different shops, say, and they all want postage? Is there, you get your heads together and say, like, one postage fee?
Brilliant.
Is that scenario?
Well,
coming about?
yes and no.
But more no than yes.
Well, I say no because each email goes to each shop individually.
Okay.
However,
Customer might not pick up on that. Well,
Customer-
not.
no.
Exactly.
However, we've got a couple of trials with postage where shops are sharing delivery. So if one is going out doing a delivery, we will check if the other one's got anything to take out.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What's the average distance it brings people in from?
40 minutes to an hour.
Driving time, walking
Driving
time.
Yeah.
How many miles is that?
About 15 to 20 miles.
Yeah, so about 20-mile radius.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, 20, 25, yeah.
So that doubles, the natural draw is about 10 miles from most shops, isn't it?
Yeah, it doubles that distance.
That doubles, you double the distance.
Yeah.
And the ones within 10 pick up, and the ones within 10 to 20 post it.
Yeah, the ones
Tends
further away from 20 miles will post.
Definitely post, but
Yeah.
up to 20 miles they
come in. Yeah. So, I mean, this is what the research we did suggested. That
Oh yeah.
people are willing to travel up to 40 minutes to an hour to visit a shop
Yeah.
to buy something.
Well, people from Cobham go to Knowles, 20 miles away,
Yeah,
so that's
so-
but they wouldn't go much further.
But if you're further away, they will have asked for it to be posted.
What percentage is further away than 20 miles, value-wise, or?
Well, it's very difficult because I don't know the total number of people that have visited the shops.
No.
But we've had sales from as far away as Australia, States,
Yeah.
so Holland. For me, the other, the toy shop, the Lake District, Scotland.
It's all like going to Marcus or something like that, it's got a unique product.
Yeah, well, Marcus,
It's for you,
I
it's travel, because
imagine.
everybody sells travel, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I imagine he's selling things worldwide, given his
Yeah.
his product.
About 40%. Well, depends on the time of year, but between 30 and 40% is abroad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always surprises us.
Yeah, it does.
But you
It
know-
surprises us what places we send to as well. doesn't it?
Yeah. Mongolia one went to today.
Yeah.
Europe is very expensive to shop in.
Yes.
And a lot of the visitors we get who are from Europe tend to find us much cheaper than where they've come from.
That's because the pound sale, isn't it? It should be 150, maybe it should be 150, maybe it shouldn't.
Yeah, well, I sell
Perhaps
toys.
112, isn't it?
I sell toys that are made in Germany
Yes.
that are sold a lot more expensive in Germany.
Yeah.
So I send a lot of them back to Germany. Obviously, there's postage to pay.
Can you claim the VAT back or not?
It's in Europe, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's up to the customer.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, if you're VAT registered, you claim back the VAT. Good. So,
have you got customers who've got eBay shops and then gone on to this or?
we have customers who use, we do actually, Amazon and eBay. They use both. And I would recommend eBay if there's stock that you can't sell. eBay is the place to stick it. Just to release cash. It's definitely the right place for it. So part of our development down the line is to allow shopkeepers on MyHive, if there's something they can't sell, to automatically list it on eBay. But that's a bit further down the line. But you know, every platform has a very, very different use. eBay is very much, I feel anyways, for stock that you can't sell and you just want to get rid of, free up shelf space, and unless your business is based in eBay, then that's different. Amazon, if you're into heavy discounting and very low margins, that's the place to go. And MyHive will be for those customers who want to support independent retailers, want to support companies that pay UK taxes. That's who it's for. So you know, we between us employ 10% of the people employed in the UK. One out of every 10 people working works in a family-run high street shop. So, and percentage-wise, we contribute a hell of a lot to taxes. So, as a collective force, we're very strong. But on my own, one shop with my wife, you know, what government's going to listen to me? But when you have 150,000 shops on there, it's a different kettle of fish.
See, the one gap in the whole thing is the delivery side of it. Okay, so well, I'll explain this briefly. You've got the florist who delivers the flowers. He's got a little truck who delivers flowers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got the butcher who delivers meat. Is thing, and other businesses do that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you've got 170 shops all delivering stuff. Yeah. And they've all got their own little bands.
Yeah.
All posting it. You know, and there seems to be, if you all group together, you need somebody to deliver it all for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you work together to deliver it, that's one side you haven't.
We haven't sorted.
Well, not sorted. I'm not saying it's wrong, but
Yeah.
just there's a possibility there.
Yeah.
To make it better, so the florist can get rid of a van, the butcher can get rid of his van. If it
work
could be
together.
done, I'm not saying it could be done, but because it's got a certain delivery things, temperature control, flowers have got this, and there's certain difficulties.
But also
the postal service.
It was too expensive.
But about the post office.
But 170 shops, one man in a van, he could probably deliver a lot of the stuff for you.
That's how it started though, 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
They all got together.
Years ago.
Well,
Did they?
over 1,000 years ago.
Yes. Instead of having a butcher's van
And
and
it
the
was
florist
run
van.
by the Queen in those days, or the King.
Yeah, well, she doesn't.
Like, you know what? I wouldn't let postage be the big thing, because if yes, it's you have to get your head around it, but you have to charge what you feel is right for your business.
There are discounts to be had, because we use raw mail, but we a couple of sacks a day, say, and there are discounts to be had, and then there are even more discounts for even more volume.
So if at the time we can get together, we see what at the time we get that discount somewhere.
Your idea of a sack.
I had a customer the other day, sorry, and I said, look, what's X amount of postage? She said, well, that cost me that, I'll go with my car.
Yeah, well, exactly that.
That's not a big problem.
Yeah, it's not.
I say that now. If I got noise in the car, it cost me a good £5. Just in the car.
So you might have an accident. You might steal your car. If you sit at home, and post it to you, you're safe.
Yeah, but we want you to go to the shop though. That's better.
Yes.
Apart from Scotland, is this the furthest you've gone away from as well?
Yeah, it's a long way.
Yeah.
It is. It's great. We've got shops in London, Edinburgh, Scotland, Ireland, but this is the furthest. It's good. And it feels like I drove to Scotland today. I used to do a lot of driving to Scotland.
We don't let anyone in any time. We slow them down so
although there was no traffic.
No,
there was
great.
The nearest motorway to here is in Holland.
Oh, you might be right. You know, I looked at flying, and it was 6 hours flying, 6 hours by train, or 6 hours driving.
Yes.
And 6 hours. The flight was through Amsterdam.
Yes. And you still can, though. That's the main thing.
I still can. That's going to keep me away. So any questions?
Oh, that's good. Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
So please talk to Marcus and Barry. Barry. Who's your man?
Barry's your man.
Yep. Okay. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.